got a bag of goodies here for doing something to the rockhopper that I've kind of been wanting to do to it since really the first day that it showed up. I've held off doing it for a couple of reasons. One, I wanted to make sure that the full build was going to be something that I actually enjoyed riding. And then the other reason is I just kind of wanted to wait until it was like a viable time to pull it apart, to really do it right. I didn't want to have to rush it and then like force it back together if A, it didn't go well, B, it takes longer than I thought it was going to, C, when I take it apart, I ruin something and it won't go back together. So what is it exactly that we're doing here? Well, I want to restore the finish on this. I don't want to repaint it. I think that there's a lot of really cool old school touches on this bike that I never want to get rid of. Not to mention it's got the cool little marks. It certainly shows some wear and tear, and I don't want to get rid of that. I just want to bring the shine and everything back. If it does get rid of some of the marks, that's totally fine. But the life that this bike lived, I don't want to get rid of. Like all these cool old school marks that are on here. Like we might be able to get rid of them. They might just stay, who knows? I mean, this is down past primer, but like scratches like that, we might be able to get rid of. Along with the old Cyclesmith sticker, I don't want to lose that either because that's where this bike came from. It's a shop that's still around today, will be open for a long time to come. I just think it's a cool thing to have on a bike that was definitely bought local here in Halifax and is still here living a good life. So for now, hot water, dish soap, hose, some scrubbing stuff. It's a real cold day to be washing bikes, but by golly, it'll be worth it. All right, it took some doing, but as the truckers say, we got the heavy offer. With just a cleaning with dish soap and hot water and a hot water rinse, looks a lot better, which means this is where the fun starts. See all that rust in there? That's like one of the benefits of like taking an old bike apart, being able to have a look at everything. So right now, as this is apart, makes everything really easy to get to, and it's the perfect opportunity to actually get into all the spots that you usually can't get into when you're just doing a normal wash. So I'm gonna get the rest of the heavy off of it, and then we'll start playing with the clay bar. I think it's safe to say that this is not really doing anything anymore, so it's coming off. Okay, now that step one is complete, we've got a clean specimen. We can go on to what I guess I'll consider step two, and that is the clay bar application that we're going to do to the whole frame. What clay barring does, as far as I understand, is picks up all of the contaminants that are on the paint job. I may have that wrong. I am far from the best automotive detailer in the world. As a matter of fact, I'd probably be near the bottom of the list. But based on my research, that's what we're up to. So I'll be honest, I've really never ventured into the world of clay barring anything before. So the sensation and like how it feels to actually do this is completely, utterly foreign to me. It feels like you're just erasing like pencil. So I'm just wiping away the excess like wax lubricant for the clay bar that we just used. And one thing I will say is the surface feels smoother everywhere. Obviously that's the intent here, but it is cool to feel that it actually does happen. My hopes for this turning out as a shiny, slightly dented, fantastic looking purple machine have risen substantially. The first step in the polishing process is rubbing compound. This all is starting to sound a little bit too official. I want to make it clear I don't actually know what I'm doing. Paired with this compound pad that will go on this random orbital sander. Just like that. And this already, I think, looks better, but we do still have some of those white marks. The frame is looking pretty good at most places. The dullness is certainly still there, but we've knocked off all of the grossness, and I can see that a little bit of this is gone. This area is cleaned up not bad. Obviously, I'm not editing right now. I can't tell if you can actually really see the difference that just the buffing compound made. But like that blue mark that was here is gone. There was a mark here. It's gone. These scratches, I mean, yeah, these scratches are still here because they go down to the frame. But wow. Most importantly, this side was the side that was the most beat up. It's looking pretty good. All of that white, the marks that were on here, they're gone. This was the right decision. It's all fairly repetitive, but that's the process. Look at the like little bit of purple that came off with it. That means you know it's working. Okay, I'm gonna wipe off the polishing compound that is left on here. It should just be like remarkably shiny. And then we finish it with just some Brazilian Carnauba cleaner wax. This looks seriously so good. I want to show it to you, but I don't want to show it to you until the bike is just like together. I'm sorry to make you wait. So I am really hoping that the camera is capturing exactly how good this restoration turned out, because if it's not, obviously just based on the fluorescent lighting that this shed has, and the amount that it is reflecting off of this frame with it just sitting here right now is a pretty clear indicator of how much life has been brought back into the clear coat of this thing's color. Not to mention when it is clean and polished and waxed, this purple is mwah. Okay, so as I said at the start, because I was a little bit concerned that maybe you wouldn't be able to see it on camera, with a difference this big, the fact that we started it as like a dusty, dirty, scratched and beat up frame, obviously you're gonna see quite a difference. But to really drive the point home, remember the big scuff that was here, it's gone. There's just shiny paint. That's all that's left. Of course, all the character is still left. All of the like little scuffs and paint chips that you just can't get rid of, those all still exist. And importantly, the Onza sticker did survive. No worse for wear than when it wasn't hit with a bunch of polishing compound. Okay, that's it. That's all I wanted to do, was just make this thing shine, make it look like it's dripping. And I think we've achieved that today.